Good afternoon, Good Shepherd. It is Wednesday, July 28th, and have some brief announcements, updates, and things for today, not lengthy. It's been a busy last week in so many ways, and so I just want to update you on some of these things. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been so congratulatory with the announcement that I have been called to stay at Good Shepherd as your rector. I'm really grateful for the encouragement and well wishes that I've received. And I'm looking forward to a celebration for the congregation about our mutual going forward together. And what we're looking at, and I think you've seen this in the announcements that have gone out, is tentatively August 26th. That's a Thursday at 5. Tentative because we're waiting for the bishop to come back from vacation and to say, yes, that's the day. What we don't know, and this is because of a lot of the other news that has been coming out recently, having nothing to do with specifically with Good Shepherd, but things coming out of the CDC and potentially from the governor's office or the office of the bishop, is what impact the recent news about the increase in COVID cases will have on both the date of a celebration of new ministry, but also how we will be able to do that. For example, the bishop in the past has said she's not comfortable taking everybody inside for services like this. That the last time she said something like that was several months ago, and I have been to a service that has been inside because of weather. But we don't know what her wishes are, or what the guidance will be from other folks within the office of the bishop, or from the CDC, or from Tri-County, or the state. So we don't know if it's going to be inside or if it's going to be outside, and what's it going to mean. If it's an outside celebration, probably have to put up tents. And of course, we don't know whether or not there will be an impact on attendance and ability for attendance. So there's a lot that we're sort of hanging fire for, waiting to see what will transpire. But as soon as we know more details, we will certainly share those with you, and look forward. Again, I look forward to being able to celebrate what we have done together and what we will see coming down the pike. Speaking of coming down the pike, as you know, the reimagining team has been busy. Revisioning, reimagining, I don't know, we keep calling it different things, but it's pretty much the same group that is trying to figure out how best to come together and come back together as a full congregation come the second Sunday of September. We had a very productive meeting last night. We were all there. Everyone had done their homework. They read all of the information that we've compiled over the last several months. Some people got really detailed and put together wonderful charts and graphs, and they were colorful and ways to help us think through how we're going to move ahead. And the one thing that was so clear to me as I was listening to people talk about what they had thought, what they had prayed about, is the depth of the love that each one of these individuals has for the church and for Good Shepherd in particular. And I'm confident that that will come through in what we communicate with you shortly. It is an amazing group of people, and we are so fortunate to have their involvement and their care for the congregation and how to take care of the congregation as we move forward. The process now, just so you know, is that the committee is going to finalize its recommendations to the vestry, and that will go to the vestry in the next few days so that we can make some decisions. Not going to sort of leak anything now, but I was heartened. I think we've all been nervous about knowing that we're not going to make everybody happy, and I still think that's always going to be the case. Um, but I'm heartened by what we did decide. And I think that we really did do a very good job of um, distilling the essence of who we are as Good Shepherd and how we can best move into the future. We won't make everybody happy, I don't think, but I think we'll make more people happy than many of us thought. And, and I think that is good news. And what I will say too is, there are a couple of things that we still have to factor in that we cannot yet. And one of those is the impact of technology. The digital technology team is still working and gathering bids, and we'll be making recommendations to the vestry. And then, of course, whatever recommendations they make, all of that equipment will have to be installed, and we'll have to figure out how to work it and who will work it. All of those things are moving forward, but we don't have that piece in yet. And so some of the recommendations that will be going to the vestry will be somewhat tentative or time certain, because we may have to make some adjustments later on, or we will be able to make some adjustments later on because of the technology that we bring in. So what we're aiming at right now is looking at a schedule for regathering that will work for us basically from the middle of September until Advent. And that will give us a chance to sort of tinker with what we're doing, figure out what we can learn from, what didn't work, what wasn't a good idea, what was a brilliant idea, and how we work with that. So really that's where we are. Again, probably by this, I would hope by this time next week, I can make a more fulsome announcement about what we're going to do. But again, you've had a group of people who love you working on this. And they've done phenomenal work. And we are so grateful again for all of that. So really, that's all that I have for today. Again, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be with you for the coming future, and for all of the good wishes that you've given me. Please be careful and realize that what we hear from the governor's office or from the bishop's office or national offices, we will have to pay close attention to as we move forward, even in terms of what might happen in coming Sundays, let alone moving forward. So flexibility is still called for, but it's flexibility that is tempered or informed by our Christian concern, our love for our neighbor, as opposed to just simply what we think is good for us. It's really about what we think is good for the other. And we will continue to safeguard as many people as we can as we learn is necessary. So I'm always happy to answer questions. Let me know. And I look forward to seeing you all soon, maybe at church on Sunday. Take care, everyone.